Welcome back, everybody, to a very, very special From Screen to Shelf review. We are reviewing something that a lot of people said, why? Why Shout Factory? Why are you releasing this? And I was the one person in the crowd of thousands that said, thank you, Shout Factory, for releasing this. Did it need a 4K? That will be found out. It was just like whenever Child's Play 2019 was announced, I was the only person out there saying yes, yes, yes. I adore this movie. Again, if you checked out my RoboCop 2 review, if you've tuned into the podcast episodes, or if you're a first-time listener, I am a massive RoboCop fan. This movie right here is actually the second RoboCop movie I ever saw. Saw the original, grew up with it. Actually didn't know they had sequels to it. And then this one hit theaters, and some friends and I went and saw it, and I had a blast. I think it is definitely memory driven, but I've watched this movie at least once a year. I always go down a RoboCop bender where I'm rewatching like the animated series, the live action show. They've all got their charms and quirks to it. There's just something about a robotic cop that just really interests me. And this one right here does a really, really, really cool job of encapsulating a lot of what I like about it. And we'll get into that here in a second. I just kind of wanted to point out that I was the only person that was excited for this. I haven't seen anybody over in the Discord server hauling it, picking it up. Somebody might have, but I definitely had to have this. I mean, oh, look at that. It just looks so nice. I know I'm going to get flamed in the comments. You could probably tell my passion for this movie. It's really, really strong. But before I dissect the movie or the 4K, what it comes with, and everything, give you my thoughts on the movie itself, because some people care about that, others don't. Feel free to skip ahead. It's like I said, it's definitely nostalgia driven. Went with a lot of friends, had an absolute blast. It was a great night. Everything, we all loved it. It was different. Is it a perfect movie? By no means. By no means. This movie is like a 7.5, 8 out of 10 for me. And I know, again, some people are going to say that's really high. It definitely has its flaws, but it also, I think, it gets confused for being a remake when it's 100% a reimagining. The director, I believe, I know how to say his first name. I always forget his last name. I think it's Padilla. Jose Padilla. Jose is how you say it. That's how they say it in the behind the scenes features. Just really, really wanted to encapsulate the more humanitarian aspect. Like a lot of people really, really dislike that the hand, but that's like a pivotal point in the movie at the very beginning of it, where because we're a very politically driven society, especially at the time that it came out, that you wouldn't be able to just to throw one of these RoboCops out on the street. There's going to be some senators, there's going to be a political agenda against it. There's going to be somebody always against something. And so you're trying to basically throw that curveball. And that's pretty much what sets it up. Also a massive Joel Kinnaman fan. I've followed his career since this movie. I'm a huge fan of him. I think he was one of the best parts of Suicide Squad. And I actually did like that Silent Night movie. Again, another movie. I know that's an unpopular opinion but Joel Kinnaman is just an awesome, awesome actor. And I love him in action movies. So some of the parts of this movie absolutely stand out. It's got some really cool scenes, like the terrifying scene where he's like broken down. You can see like all of his internals. What of a man is left? I think that is a very powerful scene, and I think some of that stuff definitely gets overlooked. It's a bit corny at times, but so is the original. So is the second one. So is the third one. So are the TV shows. So are the animated series. That's what RoboCop is. And I get like the R rating, this and that. I'm in that same boat. I think that this could have been one of the best products of its time if it went for the full R rating, if it really, really went for the gore, really went for the blood to showcase. Because if you've seen the movie, at the very beginning, it has a very, very, very intricate scene about they call it Tehran, um, where they're showcasing like the robo policing, the robo militia there and stuff like that. I think it just getting a little bit more realistic, because war's never nice is essentially what I'm trying to say. Probably could have edged it out. And I'm not always like, I'm a horror fan, but like blood, 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 need to see it. I love plenty of PG-13, PG, and G movies. I just think that this one right here probably could have done a little bit better in that aspect. So now that I've broken down my controversial take, I know there'll definitely be some dialogue down below. Let me know what you think down below, please. So yeah, this is courtesy, came out the same week as RoboCop 2. Just recently picked it up. So it is a upscale from a 2K DI, and it is a brand new 4K master. It also is presented in Dolby Vision. There are no special features, no audio commentaries on disc one. It is just the presentation on disc one for the 4K. On disc two, you have the 4K remaster of the, I already said that, the 4K remaster on, on 1080p. Then you have a few special features. Robocop Engineer for the 21st Century, a 3-part documentary on the reimagining of Robocop, deleted scenes, Omnicore product announcement, and the theatrical trailers. Now, that is cool, but it also doesn't add much. Those are the same ones that are on the standard Blu ray that I have over there sitting on my shelf. I bought that one way back whenever it came out, and they're the same. I there may be some extra footage in there, but like the entire time I was watching, I was like, this is the same thing. These are the same like 7-8 minute long 3-piece, special features that I've watched multiple times over. It does have a 5.1 master audio and a master audio in 2.0, both DTS HD. So, two things about this. Does the resolution really bring it up that much? Absolutely not. It brings out slightly more detail, not a night and day difference. Nothing to go run if you're a fan, one of the few other fans of this movie like I am. Nothing to run and go pay the full price tag for it if you can't find it on sale or anything. The biggest thing, there's two big things about this movie. It's not a new audio track. So it's been a while since I've popped in my Blu-ray. I have it digitally, and typically I'm on the go when I'm rewatching this, or watching it at the gym if I'm rewatching it and stuff. So it's been a while since the new home theater setup that I have in my house to test that out. But the audio is absolutely insane. It is crazy. If you have neighbors and stuff that are really close to you, you're gonna have to babysit that. It doesn't get too soft with the dialogue at points, but definitely whenever it punches, you have some rockets going, you have the gun shooting, especially like his footsteps, like when he starts running, which is one of the coolest parts of the Joel Kinnaman RoboCop. I like. I love that he runs. I just love it. I love it. I love the athletic RoboCop. But the HDR on here just looks absolutely unreal. From like the shine on his visor to the extra layers of black depth that you get through that as well. It looks absolutely insane, and I love it. There's nothing better than HDR, in my opinion. And this is one of those examples where HDR carries it hard. Very, 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 very hard. Now, does it make it look, again, with now outside of the resolution with the HDR edition as well, does it make it worth you running, grabbing this, and upgrading? No. I think you'll be perfectly fine with your Blu ray. The reason I say that is it is very bare bones. It's like I said, I'm almost positive these are the same ones. I didn't go grab my other one and plug them in and double check or anything. But based on what I could see, these are the same exact special features. There's nothing different about this package. It is just the presentation, which personally, again, I'm one of the 3 people in this world that liked this movie. I wanted that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it kind of hurts my soul a little bit. This is going to be about a 7 out of 10 everything wise, just the whole package. An absolute lack of special features, not even an audio commentary they could get on there, which again, I usually kind of wait a little bit to get those audio commentaries going. I always say on here, like if I'm cleaning, working out around the house, doing this, whatever the case may be, I'm usually diving into that stuff much later as background noise because I can follow along with the audio commentary as they're talking about it. And it's kind of like a podcast talking about a movie to me. It's kind of how I look at audio commentary sometimes. But I can't justify that price tag. If this was a release by MGM standalone and it dropped for $20, I'd say buy it if you're a fan of the movie. But I believe it's retailing for $32.99, and I can't justify that extra $13. Again, in my RoboCop 2 review, I did mention I got both of them a couple of weeks after they came out. I believe it was Blow It Out of Here or one of those eBay main big guys out there that resell. They were doing like a buy two, get 20% off. So it actually took a chunk of change off of my total price that made it a little bit okay. I think my total was like $53 after everything, shipping, taxes, everything. So I wasn't upset. That was a pretty decent price in my eyes. But I can't justify if somebody is just curious about the presentation or anything like this. This would be something I would say get insanely on sale. If you can get it for 15 to $20, you're getting a steal, you're getting a good deal. About what I would say this retails for. Now it is on a BD100, so it's utilizing the full case, the full aspect of that disc. There's no special features on there. So do with that information what you will. But I'm gonna have to give it about a 6.5. And if I'm being like really, really, really generous, a 7. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be my RoboCop 2014. Love the movie. The presentation was really good. It's that price and how far your money's going for what's on the package. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about RoboCop 2014. I would love to know if there's any other fans of this movie. If you're out here checking out this review, you might be a fan. I'm hoping. Let's start some dialogue about RoboCop 2014. Stay tuned for more content, everybody. Talk to you later.